love story.
Between China and Brazil.
Coffee business is exploding in China, so they need beans. Lots of beans.
But why Brazil? Why is China falling in love with its coffee?
Because the story isn't just about coffee. It's about strategy, politics, and a shake-up in global trade.
So grab a cup, and in today's video, let's break it down.
This is Jiangmen, a city that basically runs on caffeine.
This is one of the most caffeinated places in China. It has more cafes per person than Shanghai and Beijing. It ships coffee machines around the world, and it roasts many of the beans supplying the Greater Bay Area. So if you had a coffee in this part of China, chances are they came from here.
作為係咖啡烘焙企業啦，我哋主要就係買啲咖啡生豆翻嚟烘焙成咖啡成品，再係一個拼配包裝好嘅咖啡熟豆俾到我哋嘅消費者啦，同埋我哋一啲咖啡店長嘅。
We're at the biggest roastery in town, and to be honest, raw beans kind of smell like old socks.
咁呢個咧就係喺巴西嘅一個品種叫做薩拉多啦，大家會見到佢未炒之前咧係一個黃黃綠綠嘅狀態啦，咁佢均勻粒頭都比較均勻。我哋用嚟做咖啡最基礎嘅風味嘅。
Brazilian beans have what roasters want: balanced flavor, steady supply, and a reasonable price.
24年咧，我哋進口巴西咖啡豆咧，大概會去到240噸到260噸。即係要經過烘焙、焦糖反應先會有嗰個芳香類物質出嚟。
有陣朱古力味啊，空氣中。
係冇錯冇錯。咁如果係做拼配嘅話，佢侵個20%-30%啦，佢對個風味係起到一個平衡嘅作用，然後個價格又可以適當降低。如果唔係咧，飲咖啡咧係一個比較貴嘅事嚟。
10 years ago, coffee in China was a bourgeois habit. $4 for a cup.
Now you can get a decent one for just over $1.
That's how coffee went mainstream. Today, there are more cafes here than any other country.
咁就中國人就逐漸接受呢個咖啡文化，所以我哋就咖啡豆嘅產量咧係每年都攀升嘅。咖啡烘焙廠咧都係越嚟越多嘅，所以我哋進口豆嘅數量咧都係增長得非常之快。
It makes perfect sense to tap the world's biggest supplier to fuel its caffeine boom. Brazil's coffee export to China jumped nearly 200% last year.
But this isn't just business. There's politics.
Brazil now faces major tariffs in response.
America's closest ally in South America was hit hard by Trump's trade war.
I guess now we are the country with the highest tariff. Coffee is one of the main products that Brazil exports to the US market.
For decades, Brazil supplied more than a third of America's coffee, but tariffs cut them off. Suddenly, Brazilian producers needed a new customer.
They all are now on the way to find new markets overseas, and China is always welcoming all these new brands.
China is already since 2009 our biggest trade partner, right? All products. Coffee since last year is increasing a lot. So we see Chinese market as a huge potential.
In July, Beijing fast-tracked approval for nearly 200 new Brazilian coffee companies to sell in China. It's both smart timing and smart diplomacy.
I think it's a huge opportunity for us to use the coffee as a model for another products. Açaí, Brazil nuts, Brazilian cacao, right? We are a huge agriculture country. We have a lot to explore and to promote into China.
It might look like it's just about coffee beans, but really, it's brewing a much bigger story, a shift in trade and power happening right now.
This is China's new export terminal near Sao Paulo, built by Chinese state-owned COFCO. Cost $300 million. Export capacity tripled.
China isn't just buying beans, it's building railways and ports to move them, and at the same time fixing Brazil's infrastructure gaps.
Brazil is the major producer for many agricultural products, so we can easily mention here soybeans, sugar, coffee, corn. But on the other side, we lack a lot of infrastructure. Logistically, it's very expensive to take the products from the farms inner Brazil to the port areas. All these new investments that China has been making in Brazil in terms of infrastructure support a lot those farmers in the end, so they can have an easier way to ship all the products and also less costly.
And to China, Brazil is never just a supplier. Take soybeans.
That one's not ready.
Once China relied heavily on US farmers, but after Trump's tariffs, Beijing shifted. Now 70% of China's soybeans come from Brazil. Brazil gets markets and infrastructure. China locks down food security and supply chains. This is a partnership that is strong, balanced, and brewing a new world order, one cup at a time.